Hey guys, Travis here again with Lucky Tackle Box, and today we're breaking down the Zombie Maxx by Lucky Bug Lures. This is a segmented bait, which is kind of a hybrid between a glide bait and a jerk bait. So you've got these 8 different segments in the body, which gives it a great little lifelike swim action in the water, but then the concaved head gives it erratic motion when you give it a little jerk. So let's break down this technique, starting with rigging. So I spool up with about an 8 to 12 pound mono or fluorocarbon. I want as light a diameter as I can get away with, because that really allows for the most action out of this bait. Then I put that on a medium speed gear ratio, like this Daiwa Tatula 6.3 to 1. And lastly, I throw that on a 7 to 7'6" medium heavy extra fast rod. And right now I'm actually using one of Castaway's cranking rods, because I want the backbone to really be able to huck this bait, but then I really want a soft parabolic bend as well, so that when I'm jerking the bait, it really gives it some freedom to move around, but also that parabolic bend helps me fight these fish in, because these treble hooks are easy to pull out.
Yes. Oh, stay in the boat, baby. Stay in the boat.
With some salad. He wanted his meat with a side of salad. I cast it over the grass. As I was about to snag up in the grass, this fish came out and just hammered it, because that's where they're waiting to ambush. Great, great looking bass. So for retrieve, I cast it out, I just keep my rod tip down, and I reel fast enough, just fast enough to make that bait really move in the water. Now, if you reel it too slow, you're not gonna get the action out of that bait. It's just gonna drag through the water. So you kind of want to make some casts real close to your boat or the shore to begin with, and figure out the speed you need to reel this thing to make it have the great action. Oh man, hammered. And you know what? I'm getting bit a lot. I've missed quite a few fish, so I want to make sure that I don't set the hook. I'm just reeling and see what happens. There we go. See? I didn't set the hook on that one, and boom, we just fixed it right there. But every once in a while, you can give it one quick reel, one quick turn of the handle, and that'll actually give that bait a quick little erratic motion, and that can be huge for turning some fish on. There we go. There we go. Oh, did he come off? He came off. Oh, did you guys see that? Monster, baby. That was a pig. Oh. So you guys can obviously see that the sun's coming up right now. We're coming out of the shade. I've been able to hide behind this hill right here and get a little bit of shade later in the day. It's already 9 a.m. So watch, as I turn around right here, you're gonna actually see that I still have a nice patch of shade, and this is the area that we've been getting the fish. So we've had 4 bites just along this stretch, and you can now see why. That this looks like it's one of the places that stays shady the longest into the days. Okay, so now that sun's up, but look what we got now. We've got docks. So I'm really, so if you can just imagine these fish, when there was shade everywhere, these fish are moving around, chasing bait, moving in and out of the grass, the docks. But now that we've got shade, these fish are actually gonna move into a smaller area, which can be a lot more effective at catching them. So we've talked about a few places to throw this rig. Starting in the mornings, you want to look for the shade, and you want to find those areas that are in the shade the longest. And you know, we were able to find shade up until about 9:30 this morning. Then we moved to some docks, these major docks with a lot of shade and stuff. We like to parallel those areas with this swim bait. But in the middle of the day, we want to give it a little bit more of a jerk, kind of a little bit more erratic motion to entice those fish and stir them up a little bit. But one of my last spots I want to talk about, and one of my favorite areas, is windy banks like we're on right now. This blows up, or the shad end up shallow in this wind because they're chasing their food source that gets blown up, and the bass are right behind them. So the bass know that when there's wind up on a bank, they will move right up on it as well, real shallow, and they'll be looking for easy meals, and that's what this swim bait is perfect at imitating at. Swimbaits have come a long way, and the Zombie Maxx by Lucky Bug Lures is no exception. With all those joints that bait has, you really get that crazy swimming action, but then by changing the retrieve a little bit, you can get that erratic motion that also can trigger fish. So that makes this swim bait so much more versatile because of the different areas you can throw it, but the different retrieves you can get depending on what the fish are doing. Once again, guys, I'm Travis with Lucky Tackle Box. If you enjoyed the video, throw us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel.